Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the most recent trailer for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3, otherwise known as the official full trailer. We recently received the full trailer. I have since done a breakdown video discussing the entire thing. If that interests you in any way, feel free to check it out using the link down below in the description. But one of the more interesting things about the trailer, to me at least, that we need to talk about more is the scene where Arin is crying. What exactly has made Arin cry this hard in this scene? Ninjago characters don't cry very often, but when they do, it's always because something major has happened. And I do have a few ideas for today's video that I would like to share with all of you. Just remember, none of this information is confirmed. These are just theories. Again, I have 3 distinct possibilities as to what made Arin cry. Let's start with the most obvious and frankly the most likely one to me, and it's the one that I mentioned in my trailer breakdown video. I believe this scene with Arin crying could be a direct result of Sora getting injured, more specifically Sora getting injured by falling rocks. Now, it is worth mentioning that with Lloyd and all of his visions, a lot of those visions have come true, some of which we haven't really seen yet though. One of the more interesting visions that we still have yet to see is this one right here, with Sora getting crushed by a bunch of falling rocks. We did not see this happen in Dragons Rising Season 2, therefore it must be for a future season. Maybe Dragons Rising Season 3. In the scene with Arin crying, we can see that he is in a very rocky terrain, maybe even a place where falling rocks are common. So maybe this is where Sora gets covered by all of these falling rocks, and maybe it's Arin's fault. Maybe the two of them finally meet up after not talking for a while, and maybe the two of them have a fight. Maybe it goes on a little bit too long. Maybe Arin pushes a little bit too hard and actually causes the rocks to fall on top of Sora, therefore leading to the scene where he's crying. And ultimately, since this was an action on Arin's part, I'm sure it would absolutely devastate him to know that he hurt his former best friend and went a little bit too far in their battle. Again, just a theory. All of these options are theories, but I feel like this one is the most likely, just because, again, we haven't seen that vision of Lloyd's happen yet, and also the environment that Arin is in could very well relate back to that vision. The next option here is one that I've seen a lot of people talk about, but personally not one that I think is very likely, that of course being the death of Lord Ras. Now obviously in Season 3, Arin and Lord Ras are going to have kind of a mentor-student type of relationship, where Lord Ras is trying to train Arin. We know that these two will be on quite the adventure together in Season 3, and we also know that Lord Ras is gravely injured following the conclusion of Season 2. So again, the theory goes that Lord Ras finally dies, maybe he succumbs to his injuries and ultimately passes away, thus leading Arin to react like this. Though I'm not so sure if Arin would react like this to the death of Lord Ras. Maybe he would, but I feel like this type of reaction is more so meant for someone that Arin cares about more than Lord Ras, like Sora, for example. Also, Lord Ras dying in Season 3, I'm not sure how likely that is. We still have a lot of mysteries surrounding his character that have not been answered yet. It would be weird if he died without those mysteries being answered. Like, who exactly is his master? What exactly is his history like? Does he have an elemental power secretly? All of those questions would not be answered if he were to die. So again, Lord Ras dying I don't think is very likely. But the final theory is one that I really, really like, and unfortunately we cannot talk about it without talking about slight spoilers for Season 3, thanks to some of the recent episode descriptions that have been making the rounds. I will say it's nothing too spoilery, but still, if you want to go into Season 3 completely blind, you might want to click off the video now. So again, slight spoiler warning, but what if Arin, in this scene where he's crying, is actually coming across the graves of his parents? Now, I know that might sound a little bit tragic and maybe a little bit too dark for Ninjago at first, but remember, this is the same show that killed Zane's dad twice. This is the same show that killed Harumi's birth parents and her adoptive parents, one of which she actually had a hand in doing herself. This is the same show where we saw Garmadon sacrifice himself and ultimately die twice, if you counted the Cursed Realm collapsing. So Ninjago is not opposed to killing off parents. Sometimes they do it on screen. This would be an off-screen death. But just imagine Arin coming across the graves of his parents and knowing that they have actually died, maybe in the merge, maybe at some point after the merge. We do know, thanks to some of the most recent episode descriptions, that again, Lord Ras will be fulfilling his promise to deliver Arin to his parents. Lord Ras never mentioned if Arin's parents were alive or not. So imagine Lord Ras finally fulfilling his promise, but ultimately he leads Arin to a couple of gravestones. Meaning, again, Arin's turn to the dark side was entirely unnecessary. Can you imagine how tragic that would be? And say they did die in the merge, that is also realistic, because I take it not everyone survived the merge. The merge was a very, very big event that affected every single realm out there, violently colliding them together. I guarantee you not everyone made it out of the merge alive. So again, Arin discovering that his parents had died in the merge, that would pretty much rewrite everything that he's been striving for this entire time. And that would definitely cause him to react like how we see him reacting in the Season 3 trailer. That would just be absolutely devastating. Like I said, Ninjago has killed off parents of the ninja before, and also this season has previously been described as one of the darkest Ninjago seasons to date by the writers of the show. I feel like this event would definitely give this season the medal of being one of the darkest Ninjago seasons ever. Of course, as much as I love this theory, it's not completely airtight. For example, Arin did see a brief glimpse of his parents back towards the end of Season 1 during the Mergequake storm, but maybe this is when they died? Maybe they died in this storm, perhaps? Or maybe Arin was just seeing a glimpse of them in the Departed Realm. Also, speaking of the Departed Realm, we have no idea how exactly that works now in the context of the merge. It's been hinted at that we will find out in Season 3, more likely than not through the character of Moro coming back. But say Arin's parents were to have died in the merge or in a Mergequake storm or something like that, maybe he could still speak to them through the Departed Realm? So characters dying now might not be that big of a deal anymore, but still they died, right? Even if they are still technically around thanks to the Departed Realm, they would have still died, and Arin still might have found their gravestones. So Dragon's Rising Season 3 could still pull this off if it really wanted to. And in a way, I kind of hope that this is what happens here, because I feel like it would completely rewrite Arin's character and make him one of the more interesting and more complex characters in the entirety of Dragon's Rising. But either way, something is making Arin cry in the new trailer. I've given a few theories in today's video and my thoughts on them. Leave all of your thoughts down below. Make sure to drop your theories, speculation, all of that good stuff in the comments. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.